Break necks. That's what it's all about, breaking necks. You could be the biggest dirtbag from here down, but if you got some fly kicks on, like some chick will be like, all right.
What's going on, everybody? We're in the Lower East Side of Manhattan right now. Welcome to another streetwear video. Today we got a very special video for you guys because we are hanging out with a very special guest. I guess you could say he's probably like a staple in the streetwear industry. He's a world-renowned designer, founder, entrepreneur, Jeff Staple.
What's up?
Yo, Jeff, thank you for doing this video, man.
This is a very special video to be doing, man. I can't wait to share, my stories and my history with you guys. I'm the founder, creative director of a couple of different things. My clothing line, Staple Pigeon, creative agency called Staple Design, and I also own a retail store and a gallery space called Reed Space in the Lower East Side. A lot of people, know us because of the Nike Dunk that we released. The wholesale on that shoe was $30. Now, you'd be lucky if you could get that shoe for $7K.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I think, Jeff, there's so much stuff to talk about. Let's go. So you have a very deep connection to the streets of the LES, Chinatown.
Yeah, my parents owned, typical Chinese parents. They owned an import-export warehouse. Kikkoman's, Fortune Cookies, Almond Cookies, they were distributing that stuff. So they owned a warehouse here. And even from when I was really young, from when I was like 7, 8 years old, they would bring me to Chinatown and have me hang out. At an early age of 13, I just started exploring New York City, Chinatown, Lower East Side, and it was way more dangerous and grimy back then than it is today. Like, I got mugged, I got hustled, I got conned, I got 3-card moneyed, but it was a great learning lesson, school of hard knocks.
Jeff Staple, what is streetwear?
Streetwear to me is actually a bigger thing. It's a culture. Street culture can take up so many different facets. It could be expressed in music, in fashion, in sneakers, in jewelry, whatever. But the underlying commonality amongst all of that is rules that people have said, this is how you have to be a successful individual, do not apply in street culture. If you have a seed in your head where you're like, you know what? I don't have to go to postgraduate school. I don't have to have a PhD. I don't have to be a doctor or a lawyer. I might want to do something else, and maybe that's okay. That's street culture.
All right, Jeff, tell us what this location means to you right here.
This grimy ass block we're on right now represents one of the first downtown New York City locations that I ever had as an office.
What was conceptualized here?
I mean, this is way pre-Pigeon. Like, early t-shirt designs, early clothing. The crazy thing is, like, we are in the shadow of the World Trade Center, and we were actually here when 9/11 happened. So this whole entire area was like covered in dust and debris.
So you guys could see it from right here, everything that was happening.
The whole 9/11 tragedy really made us uproot and get out of here, and we had to go to a different location. So because we had to move out of here, that's the reason Reed Space was born. So let's go to Reed Space and check it out. Welcome to Reed Space.
Jeff, what part of your business is this?
So we're in Reed Space right now. I founded this in 2002, right after 9/11. And one of the things that I wanted to do was have a space where other designers and other clothing brands and other artists can all put their stuff into this one space.
In a way, there is shades of like an Urban Outfitter.
It's the other way around.
That's what I meant.
Back when we opened, Urban Outfitters was not doing like all this other stuff. They saw what we were doing.
It's really like an all-encompassing.
The category now is called a lifestyle store, and you could throw Urban Outfitters into that at this point. Lifestyle meaning you could come in here and you could get home furnishings, candles, footwear, everything, right? But when we opened in 2001, 2002, that term hadn't been invented yet. So we essentially invented the term lifestyle retail store.
Now that we're here at Reed Space, I gotta
help you out.
Before and after shots, man. Yeah. Man, this is tight, man. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't wear sweatpants that are normally this trim. I like this because this is it's grown in a way because it's a button down, but then it's still flashy. Yeah. And then
Andrew's straight out of the Lower East Side. I mean, he's got the ball-inspired look, but it definitely, he didn't come off of a ball court.
You know what? Are we ready to hit Staple?
Yeah, let's go uptown.
All right, super randomly, we bumped into somebody who is really familiar with Jeff's work.
This is a New York moment, by the way.
This is a New York moment.
Yeah.
You're a fashion student here in the city. What do you know about Staple?
Staple designs.
Yeah.
Obviously, the pigeon, the shoe, Reed Space.
I'm quizzing her. She's
Yeah.
good. She's good. All right.
No, I did a bunch of research. wanted to interview Jeff Staple last year for journalism class paper. But as you know, Jeff is super busy, so kind of got turned down. But still a big supporter. Still fuck with you, trust me. Yeah.
What can you tell us about like New York streetwear culture in general?
I would say New York streetwear is a lot different than, as you guys mentioned earlier, like LA, Bay Area, California, and then like with London. But I feel like New York City, there's a lot of people have their own sense of style. You see a lot of young creatives, a lot of young designers, and I really support them. You know, a lot of startups moving on that. So.
What about women in streetwear?
Women
that's
in
a good
streetwear,
question.
that's a great topic.
There's not enough good women streetwear
It's not.
brands.
It's very hard being that streetwear is predominantly male. I would say though, it is very hard for women to break into the streetwear industry.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that I thought about doing, but obviously I know how competitive anything in fashion can be. Definitely something that I might want to touch in the future.
Cool. Take it on.
Welcome. We are in Staple Pigeon headquarters. Here we are.
Nice. Whoa. I feel like there's so much stimulus going on. If you're into the streetwear culture, you've got all types of figurines and sneakers that you designed,
Yeah.
books, everything.
It's like, it's static at a certain point, but to me it's all controlled chaos. Like my assistant always tells me like she's gonna drive herself crazy being in here because she feels like she's getting overwhelmed by sneakers and toys and books. But I need all of these stimuli around me to keep myself inspired, you know?
Now, you know a lot of famous designers in this game. Is the way they like to keep their desk aesthetic representative at all of their design aesthetic?
100%.
You're good friends with Ronnie Feig at KITH.
Yeah.
His desk just has one
Yes.
box logo and it's like white.
Yes. Ronnie and I are probably two of the most like visible street culture icons in New York City, homegrown from New York.
Right.
And it's interesting how the two of us have a very different aesthetic. I like the fact that when you walk into Reed and when you walk into my office, you see the process. And I feel like when you walk into KITH and when you walk into his headquarters, it feels like everything is beautifully presented. It looks like a photo from Architectural Digest magazine, whereas, you know, my store and office looks like a workshop.
I want to talk about, real quick, all the collaborations that you've done.
Who are the top three in terms of the sheer volume of collabs?
Supreme, KITH, and Staple. That's pretty much it. The thing that's unique about us is that we've managed to take all of our collaborations and take one mark, which is the pigeon, our icon, and spread that mark over all the different collaborations. You know, you mentioned Ralph Lauren before, and how he had the polo horse on everything. My dream growing up was that I would have my own horse, and I put that on everything.
Oh.
So like Supreme has the box with the italic font. So nowadays, if you start a brand, you can't do a red box with italic lettering. Some people, I've heard people say, KITH's logo is a little bit too similar to Supreme's logo.
What if somebody takes, instead of a pigeon,
Yeah.
you know, I was just trying to think of another street bird. I really couldn't think of one. A raven? Like, I don't know.
A crow?
Yeah.
There is a crow. Modern Amusement has a crow.
Yeah.
What about, like, cockroach?
No one's ever done a clothing.
No one's done a cockroach before.
You gotta, it's not, you know, you gotta live and breathe it, you know what I mean? You can't just come out with like some vermin and be like, this is our logo because it's cool and trendy. Like, no, you gotta live it.
All right, well, Jeff got the pigeon. Let me get to
The
weasel.
vulture.
Weasel. More slithery animals.
Muskrats.
You didn't pick this like regal elite animal.
Right.
You picked something that was like common of the people.
Yeah.
Really, people count the pigeons out.
But the key difference is that even though everyone wants to get rid of pigeons, pigeons succeed and thrive. Like, we just keep coming back, and that's what I love about the mentality of pigeons, is like, we just keep coming, we keep hustling, we keep grinding, we keep succeeding. When I was growing up, because I didn't know any better, I aspired to be like Ralph Lauren and Polo. But even if I hit the lotto or I became a millionaire, like, I'm not gonna buy a polo horse and play polo. That's not where I came from.
Yeah,
but I
that's
think
true.
a lot of successful people resonate with the pigeon now more so than a polo horse.
Being in the game so long and being in a city like New York that's so influential, is there any part of you that feels like you don't get like proper respect? And
When I have dinner with like my old friends who are like lawyers and doctors, they're like, so when are you gonna, this t-shirt thing, you're still doing these t-shirts? I'm like, yeah, t-shirts.
I think part of it.
That drives me. That drives me so hard because it's like, I guarantee you if I had like a dry cleaning business and I met up with those friends and they'd be like, Jeff, he owns a dry cleaning business.
Yeah.
And he'd be like so much more amped on me.
But
now
something
I'm
they
just-
can understand. They
Yeah.
can wrap their head
Right.
around it.
Oh,
yeah.
he's got successful dry cleaning.
Yeah,
Great.
definitely, man.
But like t-shirts and sneakers, like,
It's
get outta here.
culture that they don't understand, so therefore they discount it.
And it's a failure to them. Like, it's failing. So I was always having to figure out a way to get people to support me based on the product alone, not on because I rep Asians, I rep Chinese or whatever. Like, I mean, I'm proud of who I am, but I wasn't out there doing it like so ostentatiously. Yeah, because I knew that no black man, no white man, and no Latin guy is gonna buy a shirt that has like red lanterns and dragons all over it.
I would have copped it though. Would you say that? Would you say the one exception to that is at a time certain brands that were from Tokyo had a little bit of cachet?
Asian
From
American
Japan.
men are at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yes, I agree.
If you're,
Socially,
if you're from Japan and you've got like Nigo Fukisawa, Akamama, like, boom, you're cool.
Yeah,
like,
it's
you're
tight,
cool.
it's tight.
Oh, Pharrell called you. You want to have dinner with him.
yeah,
like,
because
cool.
Kanye did some stuff.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
weren't
But if you're
confident.
like Andy Choi or like, Jeff Shin, like, you're screwed. Which is why, I love doing these collaborations. I'm going for the everyday Chinese guy, lowest of the low on the totem pole, and we're doing that Nike collaboration.
Yeah.
Like, boom! Like Phil Knight, Mark Parker, like, write that check. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I feel like.
write it.
Gotta say, like, my boy, Dao Yi. He's a good-looking.
Yeah, shout out to Dao Yi.
Just shout out to, he's my boy, but yo, you're 6 foot and like fly, and you a runway model, like.
He ain't an average Asian dude. We mean that as a compliment.
Exactly. You are not an average Asian.
We mean that as a both compliment, but also being real.
and we're all jealous.
Yeah.
If you
It's
added
so
our
small.
3 faces together, we could not make your beautiful face.
Anytime you walk into a room or something, they used to not expect anything from you.
Mm-hmm.
They probably expected, this guy is probably not gonna wow me. He
Right.
probably is gonna come talk about some chopsticks and wontons.
Yep,
and
yep.
like, all right, let me see what you got. And then you gotta wow them.
Yeah.
And you know what it is, man? I guess, what do you hope that people can take away from your story?
Man, I'm not like a model, I'm not like an athlete, like I'm a Chinese dude like all you guys watching it, you know what I mean? And like I don't have any special skill set or anything.
Right.
I just worked my ass off and did it. It doesn't matter what it is that you want to do, what it is that you're passionate about. Like, don't let society and the rules tell you that you can't do something, especially because of your race nowadays, you know what I mean? I'm trying to level the playing field so that when you walk into a room, they give you the same respect that they give a white dude, a black dude, a Latin dude, whatever it is, That's all I'm trying to do. But then, right from that point, it's up to you. Like, you could still screw up and be the laziest mofo in the world. I'm just trying to level the playing field so that you have, like, a place to start at, and then it's all up to you to hustle.
Yo, Jeff,
Yo.
thank you so much.
Thanks,
My
man.
goodness.
It was an honor to sit down with you, spend this whole day with you, and thank you for being so candid and open with us. And I think a lot of people out there are gonna appreciate it too.
So follow me on, my Instagram, @JeffStaple. I'm on Twitter. I like those two the best. I'm not on Snapchat. Don't get that at all. But yeah, I mean, if you want to get a better look at what it is that I do, if you're interested in street culture, if you're interested in sneaker culture, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. I'll try to help out. I'll try to reply as much as I can.
Hey, yo, Jeff, thank you so much for joining us for that Streetwear episode.
Word.
Man, we're in New York City, Midtown Garment District, and until next time, we're out.
Peace.